So there's no right or wrong answers, as he was saying. And the topic for today, this is a polarizing one. This is up there with possibly abortion, uh, pro life or pro choice, vegan plant based diet or the omnivore meat eater diet. And this is in the context of what is better for race performance, because you can't just say, oh, because it's like that's subjective. It's like I like this one. It's like, does a vegan plant-based diet help you perform better in your racing, or does eating a meat diet that also means that you obviously eat vegetables and fruits and carbohydrates? So it's not like you're eating a full meat diet. That was, I think, what I should have cleared up in the poll, which we'll get into in a second. But vegan, Remy, what are you? Where are you? Where are you in this? What do you? Where do you stand? What are your
Well,
options?
I'll tell you exactly. I made a drastic change in 2019. Let's step out and talk about it for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to keep this one real simple. We're not even going to get into all the different hot takes, what nutritionists have to say, what this industry has to say. Keeping it real simple. Fact of the matter is, you don't need meat. If you pause and think about all the most commonly eaten animals, where do they go for their protein? Where do they go for their nutrients? All those animals are eating plants, they're eating seeds, corn, beans, grain, and that's where they're getting their nutrients. So realistically, the animal then becomes a middleman. So just like in product distribution, cut out the middleman and then you can be more efficient, right? So I've chosen to cut meat out of my diet for the simple fact that, doing the math, I actually don't need it. There are other sources of protein, there are other sources of all these nutrients that don't involve any animals at all, and it feels like taking an extra step to grow the grain, grow these plants, to then feed them to the animal, only so I can then eat the animal. And oh, by the way, you still need the grain, you still need the plants if you're gonna make a balanced meal. So why don't I just cut the middleman out and be more efficient about it? You wanna be efficient in your training? Why not be as efficient in your nutrition? That's it.
With that said, I'm not going against veganism. I think it's a great thing. It tastes phenomenal. I think proper vegan meals that are done well, not just, tofu and eggplant, are really good and really nutritious. But eating no meat has yet to prove to be healthy and or help me or anyone perform better. And the reason why I think veganism and plant-based diets work and why people think they work is because, they go, oh, I feel less bloated and I feel, lighter and I feel, more refreshed and et cetera, et cetera. And the reason being is because they most likely came from a really poor diet. So I'll call that a dirty diet. They ate a lot of processed foods, a lot of foods in saturated fat, and moving over to more vegan diet, they may have even not have eaten fruits and vegetables that much. A lot of simple carbs, a lot of sugar, a lot of processed sugar. I'd say that when you cut all that out, you just feel better. But you can also cut that out and eat meat. That's the thing. And what I do is, because I really care about animals, is that I make sure that I get sustainably treated and ethically treated meat. Therefore, you can have your cake and eat it too. No pun intended. But again, with all the movies and all the blogs and everything, Game Changers was a great movie. It's really hard not to think anecdotally that no meat equals higher performance. I won't beat a dead horse. You totally get it. I think let's wrap it all up in the next part.